Rapa Nui, commonly known as Easter Island, is one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. The island has long fascinated researchers and the public primarily due to its rich archaeological heritage, particularly the famous giant Moai statues. And it's about to get even more fascinating, as new research has provided evidence for a connection with South and Central America long before European explorers made contact with the island. Over the years, two major debates have emerged from the study of Rapa Nui's history. First, the island's history has been interpreted as a cautionary tale of environmental degradation and overexploitation of resources, leading to the so-called ecocide theory, which suggests a catastrophic population collapse. Secondly, scholars have debated the intriguing prospect of early trans-Pacific voyages from Rapa Nui to the Americas occurring before European contact. To address these ongoing discussions, researchers have reconstructed the genomic history of the Rapa Nui people by analysing the remains of 15 individuals from the island, some dating to before European contact. These individuals, radiocarbon dated to between 1670 and 1950, had their entire genomes sequenced at various depths. The fascinating findings offer valuable insights and bombshell revelations about the mystical island's past. The genomic analysis revealed that these ancient Rapa Nui individuals were of Polynesian origin and closely related to the island's present-day inhabitants. Moreover, by reconstructing the effective population size and conducting extensive population genetic simulations, the researchers were able to refute the ecocide theory's claim of a severe population bottleneck during the 1600s. Another, perhaps more significant finding was the presence of Native American genetic admixture in both ancient and modern Rapa Nui individuals, with approximately 10% of their DNA tracing back to Native American origins. Using Bayesian modelling and incorporating both genetic data and radiocarbon dating, the researchers estimated that this admixture event likely took place between 1250 and 1430. Suggesting contact across vast distances between Polynesians and Native Americans long before European explorers arrived. Rapa Nui, also known as Tepito o Tehenwa, which translates to the navel of the world, is situated in the Pacific Ocean at the easternmost tip of the Polynesian Triangle, approximately 2,300 miles or 3,700 kilometres west of South America, and over 1,180 miles, 1,900 kilometres east of the nearest inhabited island. Despite its remoteness, archaeological and genetic evidence indicates that Polynesian settlers arrived on Rapa Nui around 1250 AD. Over the subsequent 5 centuries, the island's inhabitants built a rich culture marked by the creation of the iconic Moai statues and monumental stone platforms known as ahu. European contact with Rapa Nui began in 1722, leading to devastating consequences for the local population. Visitors brought diseases to which the Rapa Nui had no immunity, resulting in significant mortality. The situation worsened in the 1860s when Peruvian slave traders abducted roughly 1/3 of the island's population. Additionally, a smallpox outbreak further decimated the population, reducing it to an estimated 110 individuals. Despite extensive archaeological, anthropological and genetic studies on Rapa Nui, two key aspects of the Rapa Nui's demographic history, potential ecological collapse in the 1600s and possible contact with Native Americans, remain contentious. The narrative of Rapa Nui has often served as a cautionary tale regarding the overexploitation of resources. This theory, known as ecocide, posits that the Rapa Nui engaged in widespread deforestation and depletion of local fauna to support a flourishing culture and a population that may have reached as high as 15,000 individuals. Proponents of this theory suggest that the resource scarcity led to the Huri Moai cultural phase, marked by famine and warfare, ultimately resulting in a population and cultural collapse during the 1600s and the cessation of statue carving. European visitors in the 1700s estimated that only 1,500 to 3,000 Rapa Nui remained, indicating that only 10% to 20% of the pre-collapse population survived. Whilst it is widely acknowledged that human activity impacted Rapa Nui's environment, the exact causes and nature of any resulting population collapse remain debated, with some researchers challenging the ecocide hypothesis. The depletion of timber for canoe construction is said to have contributed to Rapa Nui's isolation, as the abandonment of long-distance voyaging diminished contact with other Polynesian cultures. However, evidence suggests that Polynesian navigators may have reached the Americas before European explorers, with genetic studies indicating Native American admixture in present-day Rapa Nui populations. Notably, a study found that Native American genetic contributions, dating from 1280 to 1495, predated European admixture, which was estimated between 1850 and 1895. This genetic exchange was not limited to Rapa Nui. Similar admixture was found in the populations of other islands, such as Rapa Iti, Tahiti and the Marquesas Islands. Despite these findings, 2 previous ancient DNA studies of Rapa Nui have failed to identify evidence of Native American admixture. The first study focused on mitochondrial DNA from 12 individuals, while the second analysed low-depth whole genome data from 5 individuals. Although these studies confirmed that the ancient Rapa Nui were Polynesian, they did not report Native American ancestry in the genomes, raising questions about the genetic continuity from ancient to modern populations. To better understand the genomic history of the ancient Rapa Nui, recent research involved whole genome sequencing of 15 ancient individuals found in Rapa Nui. This analysis aimed to clarify the genetic ancestry of these individuals, determine whether the Rapa Nui experienced a significant population decline in the 1600s, and explore the possibility of pre-contact admixture between Polynesians and Native Americans. By integrating genetic and archaeological data, this study seeks to illuminate the complex history of Rapa Nui and its people, providing new insights into their past. The study findings suggested that the ancient inhabitants had probably 6.5 to 12.4% Native American genetic contributions. The findings were revealed in a study entitled Ancient Rapa Nui Genomes Reveal Resilience and Pre-European Contact with the Americas, published in the journal Nature. Part of the paper's discussion section read, "Using admixture, local ancestry inference and F-statistics, we detected about 10% Native American admixture and no European admixture in all the 15 ancient Rapa Nui, a genomic diversity pattern not consistent with a post-European contact admixture event. We confidently dated this admixture event to about 1250 to 1430 CE, that is well before Columbus arrived in the Americas, and the 1722 European arrival in Rapa Nui, using a new method that relies on joint genetic and radiometric data. Although it is well established that the Polynesian Rapa Nui ancestors arrived on the island during a period of rapid and purposeful exploration voyages across thousands of kilometres of sea, the possibility of subsequent round trips to the Americas remains controversial. It added, that we infer the Native American component in ancient Rapa Nui to be most closely related to the Pacific Coast South Americans and not North Americans or populations east of the Andes further substantiates trans-Pacific contacts between Polynesians and Native Americans. We note that the genomic record in Central and South America, particularly in Ecuador and Colombia and Central America, is still sparse. Thus, a better proxy for the Native American populations that interacted with the Polynesian ancestors could be identified as more pre-European colonization genomic data from these regions and other Polynesian islands become available. Although our findings strongly support pre-European trans-Pacific contacts, it remains challenging to establish the number and directionality of the trips that mediated them using genomic data. It further added, notably, archaeological evidence and oral history attest that Polynesian peoples held the technology and know-how to embark on round trips to the Americas before Europeans reached South America. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube's Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.